The reasoning behind me running the full marathon was I've ran 3 halves in the past, plus a Triple Crown a couple of times, so I figured it's kind of well timed to up my ante.
For me, I'm going to have you kind of kick them both back, make sure you're all the way back in the heel. Yep.
My goal word for this year is growth, so I've set like a focus on growing this year, professionally and personally.
When it comes to running, the first thing you get gear-wise is your running shoe. That's the first most important thing, is getting in the right shoe, because if you don't get in the right type of support system, then what happens is you can end up getting injured. For running in the winter, especially in the cold temperatures that we're really starting to get into, there's 2 things you need to protect yourself from. The first thing is going to be moisture. And then the other thing you need to protect yourself from is going to be the wind. And that may be a lightweight jacket to put over, or even a running vest. And the key is to keep your torso warm.
So you should see a sports medicine physician if you have any type of injury to any type of muscle or joint. So your shoulder, elbow, knee, hip, any of those, especially if they've been persistent and it's something that hasn't resolved on its own. And maybe you've tried those different types of treatments, such as anti-inflammatories, stretches on your own, and it hasn't gotten better. That would be a great time for you to seek further treatment by a sports medicine specialist.
I do think it's helpful. I did have some problems with my right knee when I was training for the last half that I ran. The doctor assured me today that it's just inflammation, that I should be safe to run. I have not heard of this type of screening before.
The FMS screen is designed to try and tease out some of those flaws that may be there and allow us to assess and try to get somebody to be able to take a look at what they're doing and break it down into a series of movements and say this is where they may struggle and this may need help to be able to fix it.
Now, talk to me about hydration or sweat.
I would say I'm wanting to learn how to nourish myself better for runs, especially longer runs, and then be nourished throughout the runs.
Before the run, especially for endurance, we want to make sure that we have enough carbohydrates. I always recommend a full meal at least 2 to 4 hours before you actually start your run, and then a very small carbohydrate-filled snack, maybe about 45-30 minutes before. That could be pretzels, graham crackers, something very simple, easy kind of carbohydrates, or even a banana or an apple. During the run, we want to make sure that we're fueling a run that's longer than 60 minutes. We want to try to start having some kind of gels, goos, some kind of carbohydrate that's easily digestible. After a long run is the most important part, is recovery. Making sure that you have some sort of fluid in that recovery meal or snack, some sort of carbohydrate and protein in that recovery snack like chocolate milk.